Welcome to PW Music. I'm Dr. Patrick Englert, and in this video we're going to go over some simple tips and tricks to hopefully get the most out of your online lessons, not just for students, but for teachers as well. And the place we're going to start is with microphones. And so the microphone in your phone or your tablet or your laptop is designed to mainly work with the human voice. So when you are playing an instrument into it, it's not going to work as well. And it's probably going to be too powerful for that microphone. So my first tip is, if you can, invest in a USB microphone. And this is not, or these aren't super expensive. I have a couple examples here that are my personal favorites, but if you go on Amazon, are also a lot of people's preferred USB microphone because they're impossible to get right now. But this is a Blue Snowball. Blue is the company, and this is a Blue Yeti. The Snowball is really simple. It's just got a switch for different input levels, and other than that, it's just kind of plug and play. And this is pretty reasonable. You can find them just under $100, or probably maybe just over, depending on the package that they come up with for it. The Yeti has a few more controls. It's got different microphone patterns. You can adjust the input volume a little bit more, and it's got a headphone jack so you can monitor from this. And this one's a little bit more. It's $125 to $150 depending on where you find it and what they put with it. These are also pretty frequently on sale, maybe not so much right now, but I got both of these on sale at some point for a good deal less than those prices that I just quoted from Googling it quickly. If you can't afford to buy it new, you can also find these fairly frequently used, or demo, or B stock, any of those options. If you don't know about it, Reverb.com is a good source for used musical instruments and musical instrument gear. I just looked before starting filming this, and there were a couple Snowballs on there. I think there was one like 42 and one was 60. The shipping was not free, but still more reasonable than new. So really, if you go to used, you can get them pretty inexpensively, and that will help so much if you're a student, giving your teacher a better sound and more quality to get information from while you're playing. If you're a teacher, you can feel better about modeling for your students and not giving them some strange lightsaber noise that Zoom or Skype gives from time to time. If a USB microphone isn't an option, I know things are a little crazy right now. Spending a little bit of time with your audio settings on your laptop will go a long way. And if you open up your audio settings, you want to adjust the audio input on your laptop so that when you're playing, it's not maxing out the meter. And the meter will be the light that moves around as you speak or play. And you want to play something fairly loud, fairly forceful, so that you're getting the ceiling of what you're going to be doing. If you just play normally and you get it set to that, if you play something louder, it's still going to max it out. So you want to go in there, it'll take 2 minutes to sit there, watch it, play something really loud, and get it set so that you're not going to be overloading that microphone. The third tip that we're going to get into is positioning yourself according to where the microphone is on device. And I'm going to kick it over to Voice Memo so you can see the waves being created as I play and speak and how those things are going to be picked up differently. So let's hop over to that and check that out. All right, so we've got Voice Memo going. I did a take of this, but the iPad Pro has a really, really nice microphone for playing, which is usually not the case. It's not the case I've experienced with doing online lessons and hearing what happens with some of my students' microphones. But I'll give an example of how the instrument's going to be much louder than your voice, and then I'll give an example of some different positions of where you can be relative to the microphone on your device so that you can get the best results. So I'm just sitting in front of my iPad, speaking normally as if it was just a regular video conference, and you can see that my voice is not super loud. I'm not trying to speak softly, but it's a reasonable volume, and the wave isn't super large, and the larger the bar is, the louder it is, basically. So now I'm going to play a little bit, excuse me, and you'll see comparatively how much louder the instrument is than my voice. So that's quite a bit louder than just speaking. And that's right in front of the iPad, right by the microphone. And now I'm going to turn a little bit away from the microphone, still in front of the iPad, but facing kind of 45 degrees away. So the wave is still much larger than my voice, but it doesn't hit quite as high of a peak and doesn't hit as high of a peak for as long. Now this third example, I'm going to step away from the iPad a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 feet, and I'm still going to angle slightly away, but still so I can still see the screen. So in that example, we were a little bit further away. The wave was still larger than my voice, but again, even from turning 45 degrees away, standing right in front, it was diminished a little bit and evened out a little bit. And there are a lot of different physics things about the clarinet and about whatever instrument you're using that will affect the response that are really cool to some people, and not so much to others, so we're not going to get into those right now. But we just wanted to give you some examples of how those different positions will work with the microphone, so that if your students are having trouble or if you're having trouble being heard, you can kind of experiment with different things, and hopefully this either helps or gives you a jumping off point to do so. So I'm sure there'll be more tips as I come up with them and get them into video form. So until then, good luck, and we'll see you next time.